Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting a 6-part series on healing and living your purpose. So I hope to take you on a transformative journey that's going from surviving toxic situations to thriving with intentionality and purpose. And in this first episode, I want to address the wake-up call. Naming the toxicity. So the theme for today is awareness is the first step to healing. And welcome to anyone new here. My name is Annemarie. I help people turn their pain into power, to live their best lives, to live their best self. And if you want to work with me, my details are below in the description box. So, have you ever woken up one day and realized that you've been living in something toxic but couldn't quite name it? It could be a relationship, it could be a job, a family dynamic, even the way you speak to yourself. But here's the truth, we can't heal what we won't name. So this is your wake-up call. This is about naming the toxicity. It's about calling a thing so that you can finally start to free yourself from that toxicity. Sometimes toxicity doesn't scream out loud. It often whispers in your ear. It hides in, I'm just tired. I guess it's my fault. They didn't mean what they said. They didn't mean it like that. They just are the way they are. This is just how it is, right? But deep down, something in you knows that this isn't right. So what does it look like? Toxicity isn't always obvious. It's not just yelling or aggression or violence. Sometimes it can start off very, very quiet. It can be constant criticism, masked as jokes, manipulation dressed up as love, guilt trips, gaslighting, or passive aggression. Being made to feel like you're too sensitive for simply having boundaries. Sometimes the toxic thing is a system you've been used to, you've been in your whole life. So why don't we name it? Why don't we call it what it is? Because first, we may not even know that it has a name. It took me years before I realized what I was actually dealing with. So we have to forgive ourselves for that as well. But when we learn that it does have a name, do we have the courage to name it? Because naming it means to face it. And that can change everything. Relationships, careers, even your own identity. Maybe you grew up believing love had to hurt. Maybe you've normalized burnout because your worth is tied to productivity. Maybe you're afraid that if you speak up, you'll lose people or you'll be cast out. But here's the deal. What we allow is what will continue. Once we know, we must understand that silence is not strength. Denial is not protection. The moment it clicks, there's always a moment. A conversation, a breakdown, a quiet whisper in the middle of the night. When something clicks, you realize, you have this aha moment. This isn't just a bad day. This is a bad pattern. You realize the problem isn't you being too much or too sensitive. It's that you've been shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. That's your wake-up call. Naming the toxicity, let's name it. Let's call it what it is. Let's call the thing a thing. That friend who only calls you to unload, but never shows up when you need them, that's emotional dumping, not friendship. That job where you're expected to be available 24/7 but never feel appreciated, that's exploitation. That relationship where you're constantly apologizing, walking on eggshells, or being made to feel guilty for having needs, that's not love. That's emotional manipulation. Calling it what it is doesn't make you cruel. It makes you conscious. So once you name the toxicity, the healing begins. But it does take courage and determination. So be gentle with yourself. Because once the healing begins, you stop making excuses for behavior that hurts. You start setting boundaries and keeping them. You begin choosing discomfort over dysfunction. And that's powerful. And yes, it's messy. It's painful. People may not like the new you. Some may leave. But hear this. Peace is never the price of acceptance. Okay? If you lose people by choosing truth and health, they were never truly for you anyway. The power of naming the toxicity doesn't fix everything overnight, but it does one powerful thing. It breaks the spell. It puts the problem outside of you, not in you. It says, I'm not crazy. I'm not overreacting. This is real, and it's not okay. It's not okay. And that right there is where the transformation begins. So today, I'm asking you to get honest. What in your life feels heavy, but you've been afraid to name? Pause on it, reflect on it, and then say it out loud. Or if that's too scary, write it in a journal. Okay? Ask yourself, where in my life do I feel drained instead of energized? Because clarity is the first step to freedom. Now, before I wrap it up, let me remind you, the next episode will be on unpacking the wound, the cost of staying numb. So if you want to see more of my videos, remember to subscribe and comment and like the videos, because it does help build the videos and it will place these videos in front of you. Okay? So if this video resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a wake-up call, because it might help them as well. And don't forget, you don't have to do this alone. We're in this together, and I'm here for you all the way. So reach out and stay true to yourself. So until my next video, lots and lots and lots of love from my heart to you.